Okay, so second thing we're going to learn about is how to get movies into Final Cut Pro. We just downloaded a movie from Google Classroom. First thing, make sure that you're in the right event. So I'm going to put mine in the 823.18 event that Practice Library automatically did. You'll notice in an empty event, there's always going to be an import media button in the center. But as soon as you put something in there, that button will disappear. So I prefer to teach you guys about this button up here. There's a down-facing arrow in the top corner of the screen. That will allow you to import anytime into there. You're going to immediately notice that your video is probably not visible. That's because we're not in the downloads folders. Most of your computers probably put yours in the downloads folder. You'll notice we don't have access to that right now. If we have desktop, we have our name. To get to your downloads folder, click your name. If you're signed in underneath nta.na, you're going to click nta.na. That should open up a bunch of folders at the bottom. One of those folders should be downloads. Double-click downloads, and then you should see your video. Why am I spelling click with a K at the beginning? I teach English. I don't know why I tried to spell that with a K. Okay, so locate your video and then select it, and then hit import selected, and it should then appear in your event. I'm going to pause the taping. So once you have the clip, the second thing you need is a project. At the bottom of your, let's explain these ones first. Two important things with the clip, two other important parts of the screen that you guys should know the names of. This is the viewer where you're going to see what either your clip or your project looks like. It is sensitive to your mouse. So wherever your mouse clicks is what it'll bring up. Or whatever your mouse is over, it's what it'll bring up. Right now, we don't have a project, so you guys can't actually do much with a clip. So let's make a project by going up to File, New, Project. You'll notice the bottom of your screen, which is called the magnetic timeline, should change. So File, New, Project. File, New, Project. And then you should have some workspace at the bottom that appears. The timeline. And projects are where you actually start making things. Your projects appear in the magnetic timeline at the bottom of the page. Magnetic timeline. It's called that because it forms a timeline of your movie. So when you click a clip, you can click and drag it down. You'll notice it drags the entire movie if you click and drag like that. Very rarely will we want an entire clip. Very rarely. So to select part of your clip, hold down the R key on your keyboard, and that should allow you to select part of a clip rather than an entire clip. So, R key. Why can't I have markers that don't run out? Man, I missed that time. Okay, so in this case, R key plus click and drag will select part of a movie. Or part of a clip, so that you can bring it down. Once you've got a part of a clip ready, you can just drag it down to the bottom, and it should snap in. When you're adding movies, you're going to add them sequentially from beginning to end. You're going to do horizontal. If you do it vertically, you're going to notice that it's going to appear instead of the video. So what that means is, let me find another video real quick. So I need everyone's hands off mice, hands off keyboards, eyes towards board for a second. Thank you. When you're putting videos in, again, you want them to be side by side. That forms a movie. If you put something on top, it's going to cover up the video that's on the bottom. It's going to cover up the video that's on the bottom. So normally, without this, it'll just be this young lady dancing. I'm always amazed at how fast her hands move in that. That's not even sped up. But if I put that film on top, you'll notice it's going to switch to the film that's furthest on top. Now, there's reason to do this. We're not going to do this with this first project, but it is important to know that it is possible. Second thing is, one thing to watch out for, when you layer videos like this, it keeps the audio from both. So you're going to hear both songs or both sounds at once. So this is going to sound like a mess in a second. Oh wait, there's no sound? No, it's on both. Because you know the violins from this one. It actually sounds like it goes together. Man, that's weird. But yeah. Well, that's the audio there. So if I put it back in. That's weird. They sync up. I didn't do that on purpose. That's weird. That freaks me out a little. But yeah, both audios are there. So keep aware of that. So you may have to change sound around or mute a clip if you're layering like that. What's up? Yeah, you're lucky if you go together. But we'll talk more about that later. So that's the basics of adding clips here. Again, this is the viewer window. It's going to show you what your movies look like. This is your magnetic timeline where you snap your movie together. Again, when you're putting things in, you want to put them, for the most part, at this point, we want to put them... Why won't you select? I'm trying to move things, sorry. You're going to want to put them side by side. I think I changed something on here. I'll take a look at later. So, just make sure that you're doing that when you're taking things down. If you want to get rid of clips, click on it. You'll see the yellow border around your selected clip, and you can just press backspace and then delete it. Questions so far? Okay, trying to put some parts of this clip together just so you get the feel of it.